y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another Married at First Sight review, you guys. This is season 14, episode 8, and let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. Mark better not go back to Lindsey, okay? He don't know what she said. He don't know all of what she said. But when he sees it, oh, trust and believe that marriage is completely over. Completely over. She may think that it's going to be all good and dandy, but come reunion time, after Mark done sat down and watched all these episodes of her acting a fool, and especially after everything she said about him, he done. Mark my words. He's done. Mark the shark is done. Okay? She's disgusting. A disgusting human being. She's the perfect definition of whatever I do for you, I'm going to throw in your face when I get mad at you. Because that's exactly what she did. If you did all that stuff for him out of the kindness of your heart, why would you feel the need to throw it back in his face? If you were so happy about the sex, why are you sitting up here talking about his balls? If you wanted to actually be nurturing and caring, why are you sitting up here talking about how much money he make? You're disgusting. And I hope when he sees this come reunion time, he leaves you on national television because that's what you deserve. Karma's a bitch. Remember that. Okay? Remember that. Now, y'all, let's get into this review because they had a lot going on this episode. And I mean a whole lot. And we got to get into it. And we got to break it down. So let's go. So when the episode came on, of course, they made it a point to show us Olajuwon cooking breakfast or whatever. So go ahead, Olajuwon, stand true to your word about y'all cooking together. And you going to cook sometime. So I'm going to let you have it. And I'm going to let you live right now. Mark the shark is cleaning the bathroom. I say, I love a man that clean, okay? They out here got the man cooking and cleaning. Okay, girls, do your job. Do your job, okay? Steve done went and got a whole gift for sushi, okay? But really it's for him so he don't have to pick up the dog poop with his hand, okay? He could just go ahead and pick it up. I was like, it's coming together. It's looking like it's coming together, right? Yeah, sure. For now. Everything always looks good in the beginning of the episode. It's at the end you guys have to be worried about, okay? Y'all, so I'm like, okay, we're gonna get into this episode. It's about to be given, right? And then I see Alyssa, and I'm just like, why, Alyssa? Why? I thought we was done with you. Nobody wanted to see you, but I already knew they was gonna throw her in here somehow, some way, because of course they do, and they gotta drag this out. Like, just let these people be done. Let them be done. And I'm not wasting a lot of time on her, okay? I don't know why they want to show us her sitting in front of a mirror putting on makeup, because homegirl, it didn't work. The makeup did not work, because your inside is still ugly, okay? Your inside's still ugly. So Steve and Noi are in their apartment, okay? Steve's gonna cook Noi some breakfast because, of course, you know, he feels like she's unsure, uncertain about their relationship, especially because, like, he's in between jobs. And he don't really want to pick up a 9-to-5. So he just want to kind of, like, make her feel comfortable and pull his weight a little bit. So he gonna go make some breakfast. I was like, okay, Steve, I'm gonna give you a little break, okay? I understand everybody don't need to work a 9-to-5 to make money. But you need to explain to her your plan so that all of this makes sense to her. That's it. So here's the thing. They sit down, they start talking about, you know, how he didn't know she felt that way about him not having a job, like a whole 9-to-5 working for a company. She says, but like, I'm just thinking long term. Like, what about our future? Where do I fit in this plan that you're not telling me, okay? He says, like, I'm responsible for myself. But yes, Steve, you're responsible for yourself and now your wife and hopefully your children in the future. You need to express whatever this plan is, okay? Please tell her what it is, okay? Because you keep saying you have your savings and you have this, but you're not going to always have savings if you're not always working because you're going to have to tap into that savings. So unless you got millions in the bank and you don't want to tell her, then you need to go ahead and show sis the bank account so she could be at ease. Just show her the bank account. This is what I got. You all right. We gonna be okay. So she can, relax a little bit because she is stressed the heck out because she don't know what the finances look like. And you talking about a savings, but you not showing me any receipts. Where are the receipts, Steve? Where are the receipts? Now, I got a theory. Okay, Steve probably got millions of dollars. And he just don't want to tell her because he just want to make sure that she love him for him. But if she try to run away, then he gonna be like, I'm a millionaire, by the way, and you missed out on all this stability. Child, I don't think Steve is a millionaire, okay? But what I'm saying is, he said he got money, he got savings, he could do, he can go, he can take care of himself. But you need to be able to take care of your wife and hopefully your children in the future. So, Steve, what the bank account look like? What it look like? I'm curious, and I want to know because I'm invested now. So, Noi is not really bothered by the fact that he want to do his own thing. She's bothered by the fact that he keeps saying he can do his own thing, but she hasn't seen him do anything. So she's like, okay, I don't see any actions behind these words that you keep talking about, okay? You keep saying that you're going to do this, and you can do this, and you can do that. But yet and still, it's been how many days, how many weeks, and I ain't see you do nothing. Sir, so what's going on here? And I can understand that. Show her the account, Steve. Show her the account. That's all I got to say. And that's all I'm going to keep saying when it comes to you wanting to be out here, freelancing and just doing your own thing, doing my own thing. Okay? If that's what you want to do, perfectly fine. But just show her the bank account. So now Olajuwon's going to go talk to his friend Jeff, okay? He at the park working out or whatever. And, he says that his friend Jeff would never see him the wrong way. He's married, got children, so he knows what this life is about, okay? I love when Olajuwon talk about Katina because he gets so giddy. He gets so happy, excited about her. And it's cute to watch, okay? He going to tell him that Pastor Cal basically told him that he can go ahead and have some sex, okay? Break the ice, change her life. Olajuwon. If that was the case, you would have been did that, bro. You would have been did that. That's all I'm saying. If that was the case, if you was going to be out here changing lives, you would have been did that so sis could be in the kitchen cooking. Okay? That's all I'm saying. And that's it, and that's all. So Olajuwon is just a little bit nervous because he feel like if he has sex with her, he might change, okay? Meaning, like I keep telling y'all, like I've told y'all plenty of times in the past, when I used to talk to my husband, he would say, like, a man can go after a woman. He can chase her and try to get her. And once he get her, like, physically have sex with her, he then decides that he don't really want her no more and he's kind of done with it, which is why a lot of men would hit it and quit it, right? So I think Olajuwon is just scared because he wants to make sure that their foundation is very, very strong, that he's really, really into her mentally and emotionally, so that if they do have that, intimate moment, he won't feel like quitting it. And I can understand that from a man's point of view. So I ain't gonna hold you, Olajuwon. Go ahead and go be with your wife, because if that's what's stopping you from being with her, then that means probably she ain't the one. His friend Jeff is like, I never known Olajuwon to be scared to have sex with a woman. So this is like really, something different. Maybe she is the one. Because like he's really nervous. I was like, he really nervous because he can't just hit it and quit it, okay? And if his thing is given, he know that she gonna have to deal with that for the rest of her life. And he can't just dip on her after he done gave her the okay? So he want to make sure that she's mentally and emotionally there. So if the ain't giving what it's supposed to give, she would still be emotionally attached to him. Y'all know. So Jeff asked him, like, so do you get any red flags from her? He's like, well, the one time she went to the store and she just, she went to the store for like 2 hours. And she came back with like some bread and water. And I'm like, you was going for 2 hours. What's that about? But I don't think it has anything to do with the fact about what she was shopping and what she brought back home. I think it's the 2 hours that got him caught up. Okay? Because if that wasn't the case, all he would have said was she went to the store and she came back with bread and water. But he made it a point to say she went to the store for 2 hours and came back with just bread and water. So Olajuwon, is the concern the fact that she only went and bought bread and water, or is the concern that she was out for 2 hours? Question mark. I want to answer. But Katina's like, I'm just used to shopping for myself, so I don't know how to shop for 2 people. So basically, Katina probably was just walking around the daggone supermarket like, I don't know what I'm supposed to get. I don't know what I'm supposed to buy. I don't even know what this man eats. So I'm going to just stand around and look at some things. You know what? Let's just get some bread and water. He said he liked to grab his bread and peanut butter and go. So I hope at least she got the peanut butter too. Mark is talking to his friend and he's just telling him how, you know, like he really enjoy Lindsey's company, how they can do anything, how they do so many things together. And he's just happy to have somebody to finally do things with, okay? He talks about how Lindsey has like called and made doctor's appointments for his mother. Like just someone to help take things off his plate, to make him a little bit more at ease, and to like just be a good support system for him. And I'm like, that's good, Mark. I really, really love that for you and Lindsey. It's just too bad that Lindsey will throw it in your face any chance that she get. But go ahead, Mark. You don't know this yet. So his friend basically asked him, like, Mark, you're usually the one to fall in love and want to get married first and things like that. Do you have that feeling with her yet? Okay. And he's like, no, absolutely not. I don't. Okay. She's crazy. Okay. But no, he says that, you know, she does a lot of things that make him uncomfortable. Okay. And he starts running it down. Okay. Like she don't know how to be quiet. She puts him in awkward situations, especially in public, because she's a Karen, and y'all know what a Karen is. Okay. So no, he don't feel like he's in love with her yet. And that's why he want to take it slow, because she don't know how to control herself. Mark, that gut feeling that you got going down and deep down inside, okay? That gut feeling that you keep feeling, go with it. It's leading you in the right direction, okay? It's leading you in the right direction, and it's telling you to leave, run, hide. But you trying to ignore it by any means necessary, bro. You're trying to, but I'm going to tell you, don't. So now Michael is going to go check in with his sister, okay? Because although Pastor Cal got, you know, him and Jasmina all the way together last time, okay? He wants to get a little bit of advice from his sister to help him communicate a little bit better. And, you know, she's going to give it to him raw, straight, uncut, okay? And he needs someone to let him know, like, was I wrong? Because I feel like maybe I wasn't wrong. Or maybe I was, but I'm going to just need somebody to tell me I was. That's not her. So Michael's basically telling his sister to run down to everything that happens. But I'm just saying, Michael, get to the point. Michael literally talks so slow. It's like, boy, just say what you got to say. He like, we went to the wedding. The wedding was good. And then we flew out to Puerto Rico. And it was still good. And then we had an argument because it seemed like I felt like she cut me off, but she felt like she didn't cut me off. Like, Michael, get to the point. We only got all day, okay? He get on my nerve. Boy, what happened? So, of course, we get the playback of all their, you know, arguments that they had and disagreements and conflict or whatever the case may be. I love the advice that his sister is giving him, okay? She's telling him, like, listen, you got to understand that she is vulnerable, okay? She's never been in this situation before, and you don't really know what she's dealt with in the past. You don't really know her. So instantly, when anything happens, she's going to throw her guard up because this is a whole new territory for her. And, you know, you got to give her a chance to fill this out. But Michael, if you keep lying, it's not gonna make anything better. Tell your sister that you was lying to her the whole time. Tell her. When Michael asked his sister, so like, what should I do? And she said, you need to let her know that you got this, okay? You need to not be offended by her and just understand that she is protecting herself and protecting her peace. And I was like, go ahead, sister. Exactly. Like, you need to understand that she's not here for the BS, okay? Although she wants this, she's just not going to settle. And Michael, when you do things like lie about who you live with, even to her face, as if this conversation never came up, it's not making it good for you because it's giving her, oh, he's a liar. I can't trust him. So, of course, we got to see Alyssa and Chris, y'all. Like, I'm over it. I really don't even want to talk about it. But since we here, we got to talk about it. Y'all know they getting divorced. So, Chris decided that he going to call his mama and tell his mama that they getting divorced. Chris says that, you know, it's hard to tell his mother that he's getting divorced. Okay, this is the one person he did not want to tell that he was getting divorced because she almost wanted him to be married more than he wanted to be married. So, this is a hard pill for him to swallow, but he got to do it because he ain't gonna be married to this girl, and she gonna be wondering where she at. He's basically telling her, like, look, after the wedding, everything just went downhill. She ain't want to talk to me. She ain't want to deal with me. She just kept walking away. And then we get the compilation video of Alyssa just walking away every time she felt uncomfortable. Okay, she walked away here. She walked away there. She walked away here. Child, she been walking away. From the moment she got down the aisle, she wanted to walk away. So he told his mother, like, she just kept saying she got robbed because she didn't get the man that she wanted. His mom was like, well, it seems like you got robbed and she just wanted her 15 minutes of fame. I said, go ahead, mama. That's exactly what it's giving. She wanted to be on TV, which is why she still wanted to go live in the apartment, hang out with the girls. Had nothing to do with Chris whatsoever. She didn't care about him, didn't want to be with him, didn't want nothing from him. She felt she was robbed. She got gypped, okay? Sis, you ain't even all of that. So yes, Chris got robbed too. Chris says, like, no one was ever going to really get the guy or girl that they really wanted. But I at least wanted someone that was willing to try. So if anybody got robbed, it was definitely me. And I was like, okay, Chris, stand up and speak in your truth. Because nobody came on Married at First Sight thinking that they was going to get the most perfect person in the whole entire world. People who got their ish together ain't coming on Married at First Sight to find somebody. Chris said 50 other couples done been through this process and we still are done before all of them. I think. No, Chris, don't think. You're done. Don't think nothing. You're done. Be done. Be over. Don't think. You're done. His mom is a straight shooter, y'all. She said she wanted to get out of this, but she didn't want to look bad. That's why Alyssa keeps walking around. So I'm such a good person. Y'all gonna try to make me look like a bad person. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. His mother could see right through her. And she wasn't even experiencing all the stuff that she did. Just from them little bit of encounters that she done had with him, them little, you know, at the wedding and then the morning after when they met the little family for brunch or whatever, the mother saw right through her. If she saw right through her for them 2 encounters, Alyssa, who you trying to fool? Who? So he finally just breaks the ice and tell her, like, so yesterday we met with Pastor Cal, and I told Pastor Cal this is my decision day and I want a divorce. We should get a divorce. And that's it. And that's all. And I'm not wasting no more time on Chris and Alyssa. So now Katina sit down with her friend. Y'all, her friend is not here for Olajuwon whatsoever. She like, so let's talk about the wedding. Let's talk about the garter, okay? And we get the flashback of Olajuwon stripping at the reception, basically, okay? Giving his little strip tease, breaking it down, taking off the shirt, winding it, dipping it low, picking it up slow, okay? And, you know, she ain't here for him, okay? We then find out that Olajuwon said he's never dated a black girl. And I was like, y'all wait to tell us this episode 8? He never dated a black girl? That's different. But it all makes sense now. It all makes sense as to why he feels like someone should be up in the kitchen cooking and cleaning for him. Why he's testing her, pushing her, and trying her. Because he's trying to see if he can get over on her like he do some of the other women, okay, that are not black. And Katina ain't that one, Olajuwon. She not the one. Stop testing that girl, okay? So Katina's like, but he's half Irish. Girl, that man is blackly black, okay? He could be half Irish. If he get pulled over by the cop, he black. Okay, if you look at his skin, he's black. Okay, so yeah, he may be half Irish, but if you didn't know that about Olajuwon, you're just gonna assume that the man is black. His skin color is black. Okay, I don't care what side of Irish he want to claim, because we can't take that away from him, right? But you can't tell us that when you look at him, you was thinking he was half Irish. Absolutely not. We was like, oh, he's a black man with a black woman, black love. After he told them that he's never dated a black woman before, an African-American woman, she said, why not? He said, I never found one that wanted to date me. Now, y'all listen, I find that hard to believe. And I'm not saying that it's not true. What I'm saying is I find it hard to believe. Why? Because Olajuwon looks like the typical man. Olajuwon looks like the typical black men that black women date. But what do I know? I'm just a black woman who date black men. Katina is like, okay, I was alarmed at first, but I'm over it. We moved past it. We talked about it. We dealt with it, okay? I just want my friends to give him a chance. And that's all she could expect, okay? Is for them to give him a chance. But it doesn't change the fact that rubbed them wrong doing brunch, okay? It doesn't change the fact that he was sitting there rambling about how not to look at the cameras, just focus on us, and how he never dated a black woman and black women wasn't attracted to him, and how he wanted to try something different, and being married was just something different, especially to a black woman that he never dated before. Child, it don't make sense. All of this don't make sense even saying it out loud, but okay. I'm willing to give Olajuwon a chance, okay? Maybe this is why he never found the one he was looking for, because he wasn't looking in the right places. I'm happy that Katina is like taking it in consideration, but she's not making it her whole judgment, Alyssa, okay? I like the fact that she's listening and she can understand why they feel this way, but she already had that conversation with him, Alyssa, that so that she could get a clear understanding and then make her decision based on what he has been showing him, what he has been showing her, Alyssa, okay? So now all the couples are getting ready for these housewarmings, okay? So they doing a little shopping, a little cleaning, a little cooking, y'all. They was getting down in the kitchen. See, even though they was getting down in the kitchen, okay? Child, Michael just get on my nerve. Even talking to the lady to get tacos, he just taking his time. Like, we got things to do, Michael. So we gonna have a taco night, and so we need shrimp. Okay, forget it. Never mind. We don't even need shrimp. This is why Jasmina just be standing there looking crazy. Because she's trying to figure out, is you ever gonna get to the point, Michael? Why is Alyssa on my screen again? Ugh. But here we go. Go ahead and tell us some lies, Alyssa, because that's what you do. Alyssa is full of BS, okay? First, she's talking about when she first saw him, she wasn't really attracted to him, but she was willing to push through. Lies, okay? She's talking about how the result was so small. If he wanted to find her, he could find her. Lies. When the man sat up there and tried to plan things to do with you, you was like, oh, he's just a yes man. It's like he just want to do everything I want to do, okay? Girl, shut up. Because she sounds stupid. The same woman who sat on there and said, don't bring him over here. Don't bring him by me. I don't want to be by him. I hate him. Oh my God, he's so disrespectful. He's so mean. Don't even sit here and lie. She's literally sitting here and lying. It's like she's literally playing in our face at this point. Like, girl, don't you know that all of America is going to see you sit here and lie about the actions that you already had? And you still going to get up here and try to convince us that it was something totally different? Okay, Alyssa, you really taking this I'm a good person too far. In your mind, you really think that this is how all this played out? Are you such a habitual liar that you're starting to believe your own lies? But okay, her friend like, Alyssa, you sure? Because y'all know, her friend know that her friend is crazy. And I'm so glad that they played all the clips of her talking about how she don't want to talk to him. She don't want to be by him. He don't talk to me. No, I had nothing to say to him. I hate him. Miss, if he wanted to talk to me, he could find me. Girl, bye. And then it's the smirk on her face about how it wasn't her decision to get a divorce. It wasn't my decision. It was like his decision. Like, she's happy that she didn't have to do it, because in her mind, that would make her look like the bad person. When in all actuality, if she would have just did that from the beginning, instead of stringing this whole situation on and pretending like she was trying, we could have been over this, okay? We could have been had your final exit conversation with the friends and the family and everybody a couple of episodes ago. But no, you wanted to drag it out, and now we're here on episode 8 still talking about you, Alyssa, and I don't want to. And with that being said, I'm moving on. She gets no more of my breath. No more. So Jasmina goes talk to her friend, because her friend has been engaged in a relationship for a long period of time. So she's hoping she could give her some advice. Jasmina's trying to tell her friend, like, well, we got into like an argument, and he used the tone. And she was like, Jasmina, you don't like any tone. And I was like, see, I knew I wasn't bugging about this girl. This girl is a whole mess, okay? I knew it was something up to Jasmina, because Jasmina don't like the tone that she uses herself, okay? And her friend is confirmation. She's telling her she don't trust him because he lied about the woman roommate, as she should, okay? She should not trust him because, girl, if he ain't want to tell you, we want to know why. Her friend said maybe he just thought it wouldn't look good. but not realizing that it wasn't going to look good if he definitely didn't say anything. I was like, exactly. That's exactly what happened. Okay, let Michael tell it. He didn't think it was that big of a deal. That's not what he really meant. He meant romantically. So then, her friend tells her, like, listen, your conflicts will arise, okay? So you just got to figure out how to work through them, okay? She's like, but that's my thing. When he feels he's right, he feels he's right. And she was like, that sounds just like you. And I was like, exactly. It sounds just like you. I keep trying to tell y'all that they are literally the same person. He acts like her, she acts like him, and they don't like it. They don't like the way they both act. Jasmina talking about something, that's not true. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, I know you for years. It's definitely you. Okay, you never want to admit when you're wrong. I don't have a problem admitting when I'm wrong. It's just that I'm like never really wrong. Girl, bye. You sound just like Michael. You sound just like how you tried to explain Michael to be. Ain't nobody got time for Jasmina or Michael for that matter. So Mark and Lindsey are having their housewarming, and they have like this, they have like this build your own pizza situation. I think it's cute. It looks like they're gonna have a good time, okay? Mark don't know if he gonna have a good time because like it's Lindsey. I said exactly, Mark. I feel so bad for you, bro. I feel so bad for you, okay? He don't even know if he about to have a good time at his own housewarming because of his own wife, okay? But nonetheless, they seem to be having a good time. They playing a game. The energy is kind of high but a little low, okay? It's not like, oh my God, they having a gut-busting good old time, okay? But they seem to be getting along well, his friends and her friends. Poor Mark got to ask her friends how to find out if, how to tell Lindsey to calm down. Okay, her friend said, like, how to tell Lindsey when to reel it in. Exactly, because this is a Lindsey thing now at this point, okay? Her male friend said, you just got to let her know when it happens, how it makes you feel. I said, child, this is why we got the argument now at the bowling alley, okay? Because Mark took this advice to let her know right then and there how he felt and how it made him feel, and she can't handle it. Bad advice, friend, bad advice. Sounds good, but just not for Lindsey. So then this is the weirdest thing I ever heard, okay? Lindsey says, anything about Mark you want me to know or you think I should know? She's like, I mean, it's a little weird because if you guys were dating, I'll be like, watch out, girl, because he may stay the night and then try to move in. And I was like, is Mark a bum? Like, does Mark go from couch to couch? Does Mark try to move in with every girl that he dates? What you trying to tell us, friend? What's the tea? What's the tea? Lindsey says that from talking to Mark, she feels like he's always been someone's option and never their choice. Great that you know that, okay? Because you're going to use that against him, Lindsey. And I can't help it if I'm jumping ahead because I'm ready to rip her a new one. I am, but I'm going to keep it cute. As Denise would say, I'm going to keep it cute. For now. So now it's time for Noy and Steve to have their housewarming party. And y'all, when I tell y'all that they get down in this kitchen, they getting down in this kitchen. Okay, I'm not really sure what they cooking, but it's looking real good. Okay, and I want to try it and I want to taste it. When their friends sit down and start talking to them, they start talking about, how like they really didn't have any expectations about what they wanted, but they were kind of like just so happy that they got each other. They both attracted to each other and things like that. And then we find out that their gifts that they gave each other were basically kind of the same thing. They gave each other notebooks or whatever, or journals. And I was like, oh, Steve and Noy are so cute. I just really hope that they can just, work out this whole, job situation and stability situation. Just show it a bank account, Steve, so y'all can go ahead and be happy. Okay, so one of the friends was like, so is Sushi gonna get like any siblings soon? Y'all gonna have some kids? Okay, Steve was like, well, we talked about having kids, not necessarily like when, and it's the amount of kids that she wants to have. And she was like, and then Noy's friend was like, well, I already know how many kids she wants to have. And we all know how many kids she has to have. Okay, by any means necessary. She has to have 3. Child, ain't nobody playing with Noy in this I gotta have 3 kids situation. Steve is just like, it's not the fact that she wants 3 kids, it's the fact that it's a hard 3. It's a hard 3 for her. Like, it has to be 3. Of course, when they're talking to each other's friends, we get the same rundown that we've been getting for the longest, okay? Steve is not really concerned about having kids and having a family because he always wanted that. It's just the fact that she's just pushing this 3, like just pushing it, okay? And of course, she's having her concerns about the fact that he don't have a job, okay? And she's been working since she was 18. She always kept a job. So this is very unfamiliar to her. And I get it, but I'm tired of hearing it. I just see him. Now, y'all, Jasmina and Michael are getting ready for their housewarming. And I mean, when Mike was pouring his drink, child's like, they about to be super duper lit, okay? He was pouring that alcohol up in there, okay? The funny thing is, when the friends came and they tasted the drink, they was like, it could be a little stronger. And I was like, dang, he poured almost half the bottle in it, or all the bottle. Like, that's not, y'all want it stronger? My type of people. My type of people. They sitting there playing a game, y'all. And when Jasmina literally did an air cartwheel, it was like, it was like gymnastics. We was like, wait, what? How did you get that from that? Okay. Michael is very like competitive. So when he's losing, he like, it's just a game. It's just a game. I really enjoy seeing Jasmina and Michael just have a good time, be open, just be free, and like smile. Like we never seen them do anything where they were smiling. So for me, I was just sitting there smiling the whole time too. When Jasmina and Michael's sister sit down and talk, y'all, I'm really here for Jasmina and Michael's sister. Like they should be friends, okay? I love how his sister supports him and really wants this to work between them two. Jasmina actually said with her mouth that she really likes Michael. She was like, I really like your brother. And I was like, you do? Girl, because we didn't know. And even the sister was like, yeah, because he was saying he didn't even know if you like him. I was like, girl, I'm glad we all was on the same page. Michael knew it too, okay? So it felt good to hear Jasmina actually come out her mouth and say, I really like him. And when Michael's talking to Jasmina friends, I love that Michael is really asking them, how do I communicate with Jasmina? Because Jasmina don't like no type of communication that is not, you're awesome. Okay? If he's not telling her that, she don't want to hear it. And I love the fact that he's just really trying to understand her so that he can have better communication with her. Her friends are giving him good advice that you really should just take, okay? They're like, listen, just be patient and ask her, what did I say that made you upset? Once you find out what actually caused her to feel this way, then you guys can come to a resolve about it. Basically, you just got to attack it with Jasmina right then, okay? Because she's petty. She's a petty Betty. She will go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with you as long as you're willing to go back and forth with her. So at the moment, figure it out, come to resolve, and then move on and let it go. Basically, that's what her friend tried to get Michael to understand. I do like the fact that Jasmina is like starting to self-reflect, okay? And she's saying like, I know why we were matched. And I really just needed to like get out of my own head. Girl, that's what we've been trying to tell you. You so focused on trying to get Michael out his head that you over there in your head. Y'all need to just go ahead and have sex. The tension build up is strong. Release. Okay, now y'all don't come for me. So I was like, they don't need to have sex yet. Whatever, they married. Okay, go ahead and release some of that tension so y'all can go ahead and be happy because y'all getting on my daggone nerve. All these couples getting on my daggone nerve. So now Olajuwon and Katina getting ready for their housewarming. Y'all, Olajuwon bought a whole big box of chicken. Okay, like 50 pieces of chicken, and the chicken looked like it smelled good, and it looked like I should have a piece of that chicken. Y'all, okay. Not Katina lying about she made the chicken, child. Girl, you made that chicken. Olajuwon will love you forever and ever and ever, okay? They start pulling up the shots. They about to have a good old time over at Katina and Olajuwon's house. I'll tell you that much. Her friends in the hallway talking about something. We don't like Olajuwon, okay? So I just want to make sure that he's just as invested as she is because brunch rubbed us wrong. So we really got to get down to the bottom of this. They was in that confessional looking like homegirl don't play, okay? They was like, I was like, When Katina's sitting down talking to her friends, okay, they asked her like, so how is, how's sex? She's like, they haven't had sex yet. She's saying like for him, he feels like it needs to be more of an emotional connection, okay? Her friends is looking like, I don't like that. Something about that ain't right. They married and sex is an important part of a relationship. So they starting to think like maybe he not attracted to her. And I'm like, I think he's just scared to have sex with a black girl, being as though he ain't never date one, if you ask me. But who am I don't know. After Katina friends talk to Olajuwon, they feel a little bit better about him. And they like, okay, we gonna let him rock. We're gonna let him rock, but he better not do nothing. I'm glad that, they giving him a chance. I'm happy that they giving him a chance so that if he messed this up, it's all on him. And that's just that on that, okay? So, y'all know whenever you get these couples and they own video cam that it's about to go down, okay? Steve done put out his own camera and he ready to tell the story, okay? He said that Noi offered to cook dinner for them and he really appreciated that because he's been doing most of the cooking since they moved in together, okay? He said that he got his noodles, she got her noodles. Then he said, I went to go lay down, okay? And then, like, shortly after that, I came back out. Because I was like, you know, what's going on with the noodles? I realized that her noodles is in a pot, but my noodles not in a pot. So, like, what's going on with that? So, I guess she finally put the noodles on, or he put the noodles on. But either way, okay, he came out because it's been 3 minutes. Y'all know it only take 3 minutes to cook oodles and noodles, okay? So, he came out and was like, my noodles burning. My noodles is overflowing. They mushy. Nobody want no mushy noodles. So he go in there to pour it out. And Noi catches an attitude. She catches an attitude, gets upset, grabs sushi, and leaves. I was like, did we miss something? Is this over the noodles? How you offer to cook the noodles and then not cook the noodles and be mad because he wanted his noodles and you overcooked the noodles? If anybody should be mad, it should be Steve, Noi, not you. You overcooked the 3-minute noodles. Sis, how? How? Now he gotta go to the store and buy another pack, $3-4, so he can have something to eat because you said you was gonna cook and you didn't. And then you got the nerve to catch your attitude and leave. Noi, girl, bye. You know you was wrong. But I'm gonna tell you something. What you say is the problem is not the problem. Because don't nobody get that mad over some daggone noodles, especially after they offered to cook. But that's not even the kicker. The kicker is that he was texting her, calling her, trying to get in contact with her, and she had the nerve not to be answering, not to come back home, just ghost him. Like, sis, you married, and you was the one in the wrong. Because if you didn't want to cook the noodles, all you had to do was say, I don't want to cook. Don't offer to do something to get mad because you're not doing it. It don't make sense. Okay? And then you're not going to answer the phone. Steve is over there trying to apologize for even making you mad, even though you messed up his dinner. And you got the nerve to be upset. See, what the problem is, you got a whole problem, and it ain't got nothing to do with no food or no noodles. But instead of being an adult and having a conversation with this man, you want to bottle it up inside, and then you take any moment to pack your stuff and go. That's what it's giving. It's giving like I need an excuse to leave and go reset like everybody else. So then not even the next morning, Noi decides that she's going to come home. She comes home with sushi, and she puts sushi right in between both of them when she sit down, and she knows Steve don't like that dog. It's passive aggressive. That's what it's giving, okay? She said she went home and she stayed the night at her apartment because she's still trying to process how she want to go about the situation that happened. You mean a situation where you burnt his food and then you left? Okay, Noi, because you sounding crazy right now. So Steve was like, we're married. You don't get to just get up and leave and not answer your phone, not answer a text message. Like, I woke up the next day and I still didn't have a text message or anything from you. Like, that's not going to work, okay? He said that she posted a post on social media that said, learning to say, nah, this just isn't good enough will enhance your life greatly. You're allowed to say, this is simply not enough for me. You're allowed to have a vision for yourself, your life, your relationships, and refuse to settle for anything less. Say no often. Pause. She said that was for Steve, right? Because Steve said, is that for me? She said, yeah. I thought we was mad at cooking. Because this post it has nothing to do with cooking, okay? The underlining of the post was learning to say, nah, this just isn't good enough. I'm not about to be with no man who ain't got no job. You're simply allowed to say, this is just not enough for me, meaning I'm not about to be with no man with no job. You're allowed to have a vision for yourself, your life, your relationship, and refuse to settle for anything else. Meaning, I'm not about to be with no man with no job. Noi, if that's how you feel, just say that. Stop sugarcoating it and going around in circles about it. I just feel uneasy about it. Tell that man I don't want to be with no man with no job. Because if you was mad about the cooking, so what this post got to do with the cooking? Because ain't nothing in this post scream, I'm mad that I was cooking when I offered to cook. She said that she was upset because it was her first time cooking for him. And instead of him complaining, he could have said, thank you. Thank you for what? Thank you for burning my noodles. Thank you for not checking the food. Thank you for like almost burning the house down. Because if I wouldn't have came in here, who knows where my food would be right now? Girl, if you can't cook, just say that. Don't offer to do something if you don't want to do it. And now you're trying to flip this on him when you the one who got up and walked away, didn't call, text, nothing. Then you posted subliminal posts on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Let me tell you something. You too old for that. That's something that the kids do. The kids go on the Instagram and the Facebook and vent about their relationships, but you don't do that in your marriage. Grow up. She says that this is the first time he made little side comments and she didn't like it. So basically she's been bottling up in the inside and she doesn't handle conflict the same way that he would. And he shouldn't expect her to. But what he should expect you to do is answer your phone and come home. Point blank and period. I will tell you this. Steve is a wonderful communicator, okay? He said exactly what he needed to say in the perfect way. And that's why all she could do was sit there and look stupid the whole time because she knew that this man was speaking nothing but straight facts, okay? He was very clear about how unacceptable her behavior is and how that's not going to work for him. Steve said, do you think that the post was appropriate? And she said, I mean, I probably shouldn't have posted. He said, not probably. Definitely not. You definitely shouldn't have posted. Not probably. Like, Noy, girl, no. It's a no for me. No. No. So now, all the couples are going to go play pin bowling. Is that what it's called? Some type of bowling with the pins. Okay? They some weird looking bowling pins and these little old balls. It's not your regular bowling, but it's bowling, okay? Same game, different objects. Same objects, but just different shapes and sizes. I don't know, y'all. It's bowling. It's bowling. So, Katina's like, where's Alyssa and Chris? Everybody like, yeah, where they at? Y'all know where they at. Stop playing, okay? And then, of course, here comes Lindsey. My sweet little baby, Mark the Shark, had a taco for the first time the other day. Mark, stop lying. Don't make Lindsey feel good by telling her this your first time eating a taco. I don't believe it. Everything about you says I eat tacos. Then they start talking about the apartments and who leaves the toilet seat up and puts it down. And then we got to go into the anatomy of why we trying to keep the toilet seats down. Because when we as women go to use the bathroom, we just want to sit down, okay? Sometimes we don't be paying attention. We come in, we just sit down, okay? We don't want to fall into a bowl full of water. Not toilet water either. It's that simple. Just put the seat down. Child, men. And then Lindsey decides that she's going to step up because she's a nurse and a safety officer. I said a safety officer. Is that what you want to be? Girl, Lindsey, sit down. Jasmina's like, let him finish talking. Let him finish asking his question. Exactly. Lindsey, sit down. You're doing too much. And then, you know, Jasmina's like, I fell in the toilet before. Lindsey, my first thought is poop spray. Has nothing to do with keeping the toilet seat up or down, falling into the toilet. You talking about actually using the bathroom and you need poop spray? Girl, okay. Oh, Lord, here go Alyssa. I'm so tired of seeing her walk into the room. Y'all, Alyssa and Chris show up because they got to tell everybody that they getting divorced. I don't even know why Chris sitting next to Alyssa. Like, Chris, move. Don't sit next to that girl. She trying to make you look bad, okay? Don't do it. They telling everybody they get divorced. Ain't nobody surprised. I'm not surprised. They not surprised. And I'm not about to go into their speech and Alyssa crying because nobody cares about Alyssa crying. I wish somebody would call her out on her fakeness, okay? How this is the cast of Ain't My Business, I Ain't In It. Lindsey said that she read somewhere that you can't have intimacy unless you have conflict first, right? So just like y'all made a face, right? When y'all first heard it, we all made a face. Katina and Olajuwon made a face. Everybody made a face. Steve made a face. Noy made a face. Everybody made a face because we was trying to figure out what book is this and why did you read it? Because, child, you shouldn't even repeat that out loud, okay? But anyway, everybody made a face because it sounds stupid. Whether you read it somewhere or not, no one's judging you, Lindsey. The statement wasn't from you. The statement was for whoever wrote the freaking book that you read and decided to repeat. But you got upset because Katina made a face when everybody made a face. So then Lindsey's like, why you keep rolling your eyes? Katina said, you know not to talk to me, girl. I'm not about to argue with you on camera. I said, get it together. Girl, nobody got time for this. You know not to talk to her. She been saying from day one, don't bring her around me. We only gonna be cordial. But you want to pick a fight with this girl, knowing this girl done said plenty of times, don't bring her around me. Leave me alone. Say nothing to me. So now Mark goes to Lindsey and he's like, you shouldn't have said that. Like, I feel awkward when you do stuff like this. You know that this girl got a problem with you. You know she don't want to communicate with you, but you going to try to pick a fight with her for what? First of all, I'm tired of her and this, you really gonna let this woman just keep rolling her eyes at me? Who is this woman? And just because she roll her eyes at you, don't mean you got to go over there and snap. Okay? You know she don't F with you, but you wanted to poke with her. So when she got you all the way together, you had nothing to say. Then she like, what did I do? You literally watched this woman sit here, act like a child, and roll her eyes. Miss, didn't you roll your eyes on a beach when Alyssa was making her speech about how she was trying because you felt like it was some BS? And when Alyssa asked you, why you making those looks, you ain't had nothing to say. So keep the same energy. See, you only have the energy for the people you want to have the energy for. That's half the problem. That's why Katina got you all the way together. You had nothing else to say but sit there and look freaking stupid. Tired of this woman. This woman has a name. Her name's Katina. It's like, if we can't be a team, we can't do this. We can't do this. She's talking about I've been there for all your BS like a team. You better not. Because that's what she's about to do. Because even Mark's face was like, she trash. Because she's about to do what I think she's about to do. Which is try to throw in my face what she's done for me. She's talking about I'm not a team for you when I put on a hazmat suit and give up a day of work. So Mark is like, you know what? I'm going to go. She was like, you know what? That's what I thought. Call your mom and see if she can let you in tonight. Mark said, have another drink. You lush. He didn't say you lush, but that's what he should have said. So Mark is like, he just can't do this, okay? He goes out. Chris comes out to talk to him because he's just like over it. Like, what is this girl's problem? Why she just can't act like a human being and not put us in these awkward situations, okay? She decides that she's going to go in the bathroom. Production follows her into the bathroom. They should have let her just sit in the bathroom. Like, don't follow her. Don't chase her. Don't say nothing to her. But, of course, Married at First Sight production know this is the perfect time to follow drunk-ass Lindsey into a bathroom. So that's what they did. She literally tells the producer, honestly, I think I'm effing done. My husband's an idiot. I'm sorry you're not a strong man. And you can't speak up right now because your life is in an effing crisis. I'm accepting you for all your flaws. And not once are you thinking or congratulating me. I mean, he makes 60 grand a year selling gym memberships. Okay, simmer down. All right, little boy, let me teach you how to be a big, bad bitch. Y'all know. So then another producer goes inside the bathroom because now we having a girls talk. For real, okay? She said, you coming out? She said, no, never. She said, I hate my husband because he's a pathetic loser. A pathetic effing loser. I'm all in until I'm out. And when I'm out, you never get me back. Well, guess what? He shouldn't want you back. No one should want you. This is why the ex called off the wedding. Then she starts attacking his manhood. The least you could do is make me come. For real. Like, all I need is an orgasm. This is what happens when you get sexually frustrated. This is how you act when you're sexually frustrated, Lindsey. Now she in there talking about some, he's all emotional. I want to pull it back. Why? Because you got small balls? First of all, Lindsey, I'm so tired of you telling this man's business. We done learned so much about Mark from you. We learned about the bad bugs from you. We learned about the grandmother from you. We learned about how much the man makes from you. We learned about how the man's sex game from you. We learned about his ball size from you. Child, if you don't learn how to shut up, I can't wait for him to see this footage. I can't wait for the freaking reunion. I can't wait for Mark to tell you off and leave you standing. I hope he don't see this at the reunion. Y'all be in a really good space. And as soon as they play back the clip, he decides to get up and walk off and then turn around and ask for a divorce. That's what I hope. I hope he embarrass you on national television the same way you sat here and embarrassed that man. And this is a man that you love, right? The one you so call yourself loving. This is the man you want to protect, right? This is the man you nurturing. Child, this is your definition of nurturing. I don't want it. I don't want it. And shouldn't nobody else want it. You're the type of woman that'll do stuff just so people can say thank you and freaking congratulations. You're not genuine. Everything you've been saying you are, you're not genuine. You're selfish, arrogant, demeaning, and a bitch in all caps. Y'all, after I saw the whole episode, I know we went through the clip, right? But when we watched it, I literally was lost for freaking words. I could not believe that a person will literally talk down on someone so bad. So bad. Put all their business out there. Talk about them so bad. And then it's supposed to be someone that you love. I don't even want to see Lindsey. Like I'm completely over that SHIT that she just pulled. I cannot wait for Mark to see it. I cannot wait. And I hope he moves accordingly. But y'all, that's Married at First Sight. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you do all that. Because I'm going to come talk to y'all later. See y'all next week. Peace.